Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Bay Ray. I have issues. I need to buy more issues of comics. I just recently bought from 3 different people 3 long boxes worth of comics. One was awesome, 2 were but the third one that was in that collection, I bought it for one reason and one reason only. So let's take a look of what was in those comics. But before we start, make sure you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. Help my channel grow, and I will be extremely grateful on it. So let's take a look of what was in those boxes. All right, we got the 3 boxes. We're gonna call this one number 1, number 2, and number 3. At the end of this video, you tell me in the comments which one was the better one, 1, 2, or 3. So let's start with box number 1. Okay, starting off with the first box. Doesn't look great. This is Namor. I think that might be the last issue. I'm going to have to look into that. Flash Gordon, number 2. I don't know who did the art on that one. So let's push these back a little bit. Now, this is the box that I got from a guy locally. So that's Shadow Man 0. Initial D, number 1. That's pretty cool. Berserker, that's a different series. That's like a 2nd volume or 3rd volume. Let's see if you make sure you guys can see this. Sergeant Fury. Whoa. Battle Action, number 15. This is old. Atlas Comics. This is before Marvel. I'm going to have to look into this a little bit more. That's pretty cool. I'm going to put that off to the side. GI Combat. A Gorilla Grodd with a banana. Action Comics. Avengers Academy number 1. I'm not sure if this one is worth anything or worth reading. A Batman Dark Age. These are all more recent ones. Oh, except for this. Predator Jungle Tales number 1. A Conan the Barbarian. I'm not sure of the volume. This is clearly one of the newer ones that's not Marvel. Titan, I think, is printing them. Avengers 147. Captain America 276. Oh, a blank variant of Secret Wars number 1. The Boys Hero-gasm. Cryptic Writings of Megadeth. I love Dave Mustaine. Philadelphia, that's clearly a Spawn variant. Oh, that's cool. Dark Droids, that's a shiny chromium cover. That's pretty cool. Fantastic Four 105. Has some creasing in it, some color breaks, but not too bad. Oh, another FF 148. That's pretty cool. I'm like, this is in great shape. This is a reprint that you were able to get in with the action figures. This is the first cameo of Taskmaster, so that's a cameo of that. Another Conan. Department of Truth. That's just, oh, look at it, look at it. Umbrella Academy. Tales of Suspense. Iron Man reprint. Pest Comics. Now, back in the day when I did my public access show, I interviewed these guys who did this. They were funny as heck. I had a few signed books. The Flare, another issue of The Flare. Doctor Strange 59. I'm going to move these out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. So we can see them a little better. Another Batman variant, it looks like. This is not working out. That's better. That's better. Exo Manowar 0. Everybody had that with a Joe Quesada cover. Gargoyles number 6. Very early, if not one of the first art done by Amanda Connor. Deadpool annual number 1. Him riding a Unipegasus. Okay. Oh, another FF. Look at this. All these FFs. 145. 142, Avengers 124, 268, Double Daredevil, Double D Daredevil, number 87, giant-sized Daredevil, number 1. Triple Action, number 7. These were reprints, but my goodness, the color on that presents really well. Avengers, number 50, but it is the 750th episode issue variant. That is clearly a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers variant. Thor, that's a more recent one. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy, number 4. The Peach Momoko variant. Another Power Rangers. Pop Scars, don't know that one. Youngblood, everybody had this one. First appearance of Prophet. I heard they were going to make a movie out of this with Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know if that's still in the works. The Immortal Thor, Adventure into Fear. That is the Vampire variant cover, number 9. Batman and TNMT Adventures is the cartoon one. I think I need that one. Oh, old issue of Wizard. Oh, wow, this is cool. Classic Marvel Collector's Item Classics reprints. Fantastic Four 3, Spidey 4. Well, that's pretty cool. That's number 2. Amazing Spider-Man. Spidey 2099 Unlimited with Spidey. Hold on. Yep, that's what I thought. Joe Kubert cover. That's cool. 191 Avengers. Old Cap 120. 154 Cap. Another Cap. 359. Now, hypothetically, if you see something that I am not seeing is worth money and that I need to check out, comment below and let me know, and I will pull those out. Defenders, number 15 with Magneto. Blade, number 6, another Peach Momoko variant. That's pretty cool looking. Another Philadelphia with then a Spawn on the cover. Ranger Stranger? Well, that doesn't look good whatsoever. The Cimarron, Hour of the Dragon, a Blaze Comics, clearly a reference to Marvel Comics Secret Wars, the first one. Sam and Twitch, number 2. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's funny. Let me slide this up a little bit so we can see it a little better. I can tell just from the art that this is a Dave Mack cover of a different book. It's a chromium cover. The Siege. Thanos, number 1 variant, looking like the Infinity War or Infinity Gauntlet. Origins of Marvel Comics, number 1, Spidey and Thing on the cover. What if Doom was the Source Supreme? Didn't that just happen recently too? Spidey 2099, 24. Skeleton Warriors, Bland Man, Thunderstrike. Spider-Man Adventures, based on the cartoon. Oh no, well, that's cool, he's wearing the black costume. Oh, a Venom. Ghost Rider. Doom 20, well, no, it's Hulk 2099. Oh, another issue of Pest from when we, back in the day. Oh, wow, this is unbagged. Western Roundup, featuring Roy Rogers, Rin Tin Tin. Oh, that's cool. Swiss Family Robinson, based on the Disney movie. Well, there's 2 books here. X Factor and X-Force, Cable and X-Force. Deadpool, Mercs for Money. A Wolverine variant. Another Wolverine variant. A very cool Deadpool variant. TNMT's Out of Time. I'm not sure what that means. Uncanny X-Force. Transformers number 28. That's pretty cool. Tales of Army of Darkness. That's cool. G.I. Joe number 1. Frontline. Marvel Tales number 4. With an old Spidey, Astonishing Tales, Strange Tales, and Dreams Mystery. Ultimum, with the FF on the front. Dang it! I just bought this one, and now it looks like I got another copy. Let's move this up so we get a better view. Adventures with David Letterman. I love that issue. Galactus, staring at you. Okay. Silver Surfer Rebirth. Thor number 24. Looks like a Spidey variant. Extreme variant of Thor. Ha! Thor with Miss Minutes. Civil War Chronicles. Oh, this is one of the John Tyler Christopher negative space variants. That's pretty cool. Avengers 300. Is that Moon Knight or... I see the chains. It could be Ghost Rider. That might be a Moon Knight. Headlooper, Opper, Ghost Rider. What the... Marvel Age. One Piece, that's a free comic book day book. That looks like a Dave Mack book, but I'm not too sure. Uncanny X-Men, A plus X. Thor number 12, variant with Throg on the front. Thor number 25, J Scott Campbell, variant edition number 25. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they did that. Avengers versus Infinity, The Zero War, Fortnite and Marvel, Nightwatch, Classic X-Men, JLA. That's the first DC. Was that the first DC? Dark Fantasies, Superman, Man of Steel. This was the first miniseries that revamped the entire Superman line post-Crisis. Looks like there's all of them there. JLA, New 52. Doctor Who. Free Comic Book Day, Avengers. An FF cover, American Knights. Oh man, okay, this makes the whole box right here. Ren and Stimpy. Vintage Thor. Another vintage Thor. Nick Fury versus Fing Fang Foom. Smurfs. That's all three of them. That's the full miniseries. Up, X Factor number 1, first appearance of the team of the original X-Men. Oh, that's an old Batman. Another old Batman. Old JLA. Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man. Is this here's a blank. What the heck? 52. Tigers of Terra. Not sure what that is. Move it up a little bit more. Bronx. I know a few people from there. Dated a girl there. Satan 6, number 1 out of 4. This is a Jack Kirby McFarlane cover. That's pretty cool. Justice League, New 52. Another Batman. Director's cut of Superman Unchained. Super Team Family, Wonder Woman Atom. JLA with just a lot of apes. Justice League. AEW Origins. I think that was a free comic book day book. Oops. Justice League 7.3. I might need that. No Justice League, New 52. Creature Commandos. I loved the animated series. I am so looking forward to what James Gunn does with the entire universe. Quantum and Woody. Zeke, Deadwood, Zombie Lawman. Okay. Zeonic Tales. This is what became Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Gate Crashers, number 1. Ash and 22 Brides. Stupid Heroes. Thunder Agents from IDW. Image First Spawn. Rummage 2099. Safety Belt Man. And Rogue Sun. Okay, that's box number 1. Let's take a look what's in box number 2. Okay, box number 2. Camelot 3000. Again, that was number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Who did that artwork? That looks like the same. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to look that up. I love that artwork. I know it's one of them bad girls, but still. Number 5. Number 9. We jumped. Oh, ISIS. I loved that show back in the day. The ISIS Shazam Hour. That was pretty cool. Okay. I'm just going to take a stack out. So let's see. You got Hero Illustrated from back in the day. Hellstrom, number 10. Guy Gardner. Generation X. Her powers are back, and the White King's gonna get it. Okay. Femforce, not a big one on that one. Femforce. Yep, gonna have to do it a little at a time. Femforce. Elf Quest. I have a few friends who are into that. Chewbacca. No, that was horrible. Don't worry about that. Catalyst. They had a different book every week. Demon. Let's see. Amethyst. Tech World. Amethyst. Tech World. I don't have a good feeling about this box. Number 4, Superman Adventures. Superman Adventures. Superman Adventures. New Teen Titans Volume 2. Oh, 2 of the same book. Another New Titans. New Teen Titans. Marvel Universe. That has a price sticker from Half Price. Is that on the book? That's on the book. I hate that. Lost in Space. Great show. Lost in Space. Lost in Space. Lost in Space. Another Amethyst. Another Amethyst. Is that one on the bag or is that on? Did they do that? Do I have? Oh, man. Yep. Right on the cover. I have a new bag. Aquaman. Pretty cool Fantastic Four. It's pretty beat up. Aquaman. Challengers of the Unknown. Justice League Dark. I'm trying to get those. That's a good book. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. New Universe. Flash. Star Trek. Oh, God, Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. I love Star Trek, but I don't read the books, so I don't really need them. Star Trek. Next Generation. Next Generation. Next Generation. Original Series. Johnny Quest. I hope that Johnny Quest where Dave Stevens did the covers on this one. A few Johnny Quests. Superman Family with a 50-cent price tag. Doctor Doom. Super Villain Team Up. Superboy. Oh, Star Wars book. Newsstand. And it's got a chewed up butt. Fantastic Four Roast by Fred Hembeck. That's a really fun book to read. Cyber Rad. Catwoman. Starman. Legacy of Superman. Swift Shore. I don't know. Star Trek. Star Trek. Supergirl. That's one of them. American Honda Presents Supergirl. I already have that issue. Kazar. 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 DNA Agents. DNA Agents. DNA Agents. More Archie. West Coast Avengers. Oh, G.I. Joe, number 56. Cover, yeah, look at that. Cover's a little loose. Tales of G.I. Joe. I think, well, there's the cover of that Gambit book. Alrighty. Dr. Alfra, Superman. There's that. I think I got the short end of the stick on this box. Gen 13, X Factor. All these covers feel loose. Batman, Betty, Iron Man. box number 3. I'm holding the light to get it a better view here, so I'm only doing one-handedly. Rebirth Trinity, X-Men, cool. Days of Future Past, variant cover, Fall of X, X-Men Red. Bishop War College, another X-Men, X-Men First Class, don't know the number. XSE, was that? Yeah, Xavier's Security Enforcers, 2, 3. Well, that's a full miniseries. 2099 Special, Legion, New Mutants, Gen X, X Factor, Mutant X, Cable, X-Men, X-Men, X-Men animated, X-Men, Professor X, and the X. You know, the other box had a couple of these. I wonder if I could team them up to do a full series. Astonishing X-Men from Joss Whedon. That's pretty cool. An old X-Men 252. X-Men. I don't see any keys. If you see any keys, let me know, because I don't see any. X Factor, X-Men Legacy. Wolverine and the X-Men. Alpha and Omega. Wolverine. That's a new. These are all newer ones. Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine, Savage Wolverine, X-Men, X-Force, Doc Strange, Secret Empire, Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, more, Quicksilver, Heroes for Hire, Devil's Reign crossover, Spider-Woman, Silver Surfer, Spider-Man, Conan, Daredevil, Silver Surfer, I don't know the number of that, Miss Marvel, Spider-Man 2099, Slingers, Avenging Spider-Man. Okay, Hero, Ghost Rider, the reprints. Mike Allred's FF, Double Shots. FF, Ultimate, Daredevil, New Warriors, Punisher, Darkhawk, Nothing's Jumping Out. Captain America, Avengers. Mech Strike variant of Black Widow. Phantom Force with a Jack Kirby lookalike cover. Wildcats, Justice. Oh no. This looks like almost a full run of Secret Weapons. Free Comic Book Day. A redneck vampire flipping you off. Rogue Sun, number 1. Medieval Spawn and Witchblade, that's number 2. Rune, I just got that recently too. Image catalog. Godzilla, Free Comic Book Day. Radiant Black, free. G.I. Joe, I don't know that one. Radiant Black. Godzilla versus Los Angeles. Death Ship. Sidekicks. Image, I think that's a free cover, free thing. Generation Hex. That's when they did the amalgam. Books. Superman, Captain America, Something Crawled Out. Wildcats, 30 Days of Night. Is this one of the original series? I'm going to have to look that up. Something Crawled Out again. Wildcats, Superman, Adventure, Outsiders, Animal Man, World of Krypton, Unlonely Place to Die, and good miniseries from Batman. Well, within the series. JLA, Superman, JLA. Okay. Not Alfred's Return, Justice League, JLX, and okay. This wasn't a great box either. So let's take a look. I'll pull out what I think is worth something and worth me saving for my collection and what's not. Box number 1 was awesome. Box number 2 and 3, crapshoot. But number 3 had its saving moments. Now I'm going to show you a few things that I got with box number 3. This is Deadpool and Wolverine WW3. This is a, let me get it out of here. He put these in These cool looking sleeves. This is one per store. You only get these, only a retailer got one of these. So these were hard to get a hold of. I already got somebody in mind for this book. I don't collect Deadpool, and even though I love Wolverine, it's not something I'm going to go over and go out of my way to get. So I got that one. And here's another. I'm going to pop this one out. Edge of the Spider-Verse. This is still in the sealed bag, I believe. This is also a #1. Only one per store, so I like that cover. I might be holding on to that one. But the only reason why I purchased this box with these two books is because of this. Now, I had this book once before, a couple times. I bought it when it was brand new back in the 80s, and I sold them when I was selling comic books for a living, and I regretted it. I got them again, and I sold this one, the same exact book, signed by the same exact person, to a friend of mine, Randall. Now, Randall is a big collector of Wolverine, and I just could not pass this up. This is Wolverine #1, signed by the legendary Chris Claremont at a 7.5. I got to get the light out of there. I got to do something about these lights. A 7.5 signed by Chris Claremont. Now, the one that I sold to Randall also was signed by Joe Rubinstein, and good luck finding Frank Miller to do it. But Chris Claremont signed cover at a 7.5. This made that box worth every penny that I paid for it. I only paid $110. It's sort of like buying this and getting a long box of, I don't know if it was a deal, of dollar books. So this is going to be going up on my wall of fame, and I cannot wait to display it. Hold up, wait up. Now, before you go, please comment, subscribe, and like this video so I can help my channel grow. And if you do that and then turn around and go to my Instagram, Bay Ray's Comics, with the underscores down there, you could win this Amazing Spider-Man #265, first appearance of Silver Sable and the Wild Pack Newsstand Edition. And that's all you have to do. Follow, like, and subscribe this page, this group, what am I talking about? This channel, and then turn around and go to my Instagram page, and you will automatically be entered. Anybody who is a subscriber to my channel will be entered. I want to get to 500 people. That is my goal, my first goal of this. I am almost there. I'm at about 432. So I only need maybe 73 more people, and I am good to go. Not 73, 78 people, and we are good to go. And anybody who subscribes to my channel will automatically be entered in this. So we got that one. I also have 1 through 5, first, second, and third, fifth, all the way down to fifth prize. And you're going to get some really cool books. Also, I'm not going to give away crap, so no worries about the Warriors of Plasm being in there or anything else that is garbage. But I'm going to give you some really cool stuff, some signature books and some variants, and maybe even a slab. So not that slab that I just got, but you're going to get some really cool stuff. Go out and find comics wherever you can. Flea markets, garage sales, Goodwill, parking lot sales. You can find them anywhere, but you know where you can find them? At your local comic book store. Support your local comic book store. They could find anything that you need. Guaranteed. I'm telling you, you could find some really good stuff at your local comic book store. Also, please remember, reading comic books is still reading. Later, y'all.